Hello, everybody. Today is Friday, September 20th. Or is that September 20th? And it just happens to be a Friday. Doesn't matter. I uh I heard one of my past episodes, so now I know what I sound like with the headset I use for streaming on Twitch. That gaming headset, I mean, it sounds fine when I'm gaming. Sounds like shit. Unprofessional shit. I'm recording a podcast. I think when you're playing a video game, I mean, if you're streaming a video game, you're watching somebody else play, you don't really care that much. You don't really notice it, you know? There's just too many other sounds, too many other things to distract you from actually being bothered by the fact that the microphone isn't amazing. The microphone I'm using right now is dynamic, and so you should be hearing me and nothing else. But the other fucking mic picks up everything. So it just sounds like, I don't know. It doesn't sound good. As expensive as that fucking shitty ass headset was, it was like 200 fucking dollars. Stupid, stupid impulse buy. I really regret it because if it would have been the best and it's $200, then I'd be like, well, it was worth it. But it's not the best, and it was $200. That's what fucking sucks about that. So I think episode 14, I actually recorded that one, and I was recording it on the computer, uh, webcam, and on the on an iPad. But the fucking battery died on the iPad, and I thought it didn't save because I couldn't find it. And then randomly, a few days ago, I noticed that it did save. So I think I'm going to get to work on that video, editing that thing. So I can finally upload something respectable to the friggin' YouTube. I do feel some little bit of pressure. I told a friend of mine what I'm doing, and then he's all like, "Oh, can I check it out?" And I'm like, "No." I said to him, "I don't want to get psyched out by letting people I know what I'm doing, because if they get on there and I mean, I don't think that they'll be like shit or anything. They're not my ex. I'm never gonna give this information to my ex because she would straight up get on there and just, yeah, act like an ex. Um, I actually did tell one ex, but she's my ex from like a very long time ago, and she's a really cool person, so I kind of trust her. Um, but then she didn't fucking follow. She didn't at all. And she released a fucking meme to her WhatsApp saying like, when you say you're gonna check it out but you don't, and it's like Leonardo DiCaprio laughing from Django. And I just replied to that like, I fucking knew it. I mean, it's fine. I don't give a shit. She does the same thing, except she doesn't do a podcast. She runs a Facebook page. She loves heavy metal music. Anything to do with like, wait, is that a tune to something that sounds kind of dark, satanic, and like a monster? I love it. Yeah. She's actually a really sweet person, so I know that sounds like I'm describing a crazy person, but uh I guess she's crazy in a good way. Um she might have checked out some of the stuff on my link tree, but then most of it's just fucking empty. I don't know why, but I mean, streaming on Twitch is really easy, so of course I do that. Recording a podcast that you don't script ahead of time, that's not that hard either. Actually, spending time in front of the shitty ass computer and just grinding out Photoshop projects. Yeah, there's definitely an effort to it. I mean, I had a Photoshop class some years back, and I got an A on it. And I still remember the projects I did. Um, After that, I didn't do any more. I think I did one for fun. I don't know why the fuck I stopped. I learned how to make people look thinner, smaller, stronger, older. I learned how to make like movie style posters on there, or like really cool looking flyers. And I get distracted by dumb shit. But I mean, it would be fun, like, not just for myself, but it would be fun to like show my daughter some of these projects. Like, I don't know, I could do some cool little posters for her. I bet she didn't get a kick out of that. Yeah, I think that would motivate me. Yeah, because obviously, even trying to run a channel, an Instagram, a Facebook, a Twitter X, what the fuck else am I even? I haven't even touched the Snapchat. Yeah, so all of that is self marketing, right? If I haven't gotten the Twitch channel or the podcast to be more noticed, that's because of that. I'm not really marketing myself, and I think that if you don't have any, if you have money, go ahead, spend it on people that only do that. But if you don't, then learn how to do it. That's what I gotta fucking do. Can't be that hard, right? I got Mr. Beast's manifesto. The shit is not that long. It's like 36 pages. I left off on chapter one. It's not bad. It's interesting. Interesting things to consider. Chapter one said lighting is actually really important. And I'm sure that's true, which means now I have to fucking read a book on lighting, like photography and cinematography, which I I like that shit. So that won't be hard. In fact, I think I even have some already. No, the hard part is actually fucking doing it. It's actually fucking saying to myself or my inner psyche, instead of doing these easy, quick dopamine fix shit, let's do this other stuff that I actually have to pay attention. I have to write down notes. It's like homework. But that's what you got to do, right? You got to do the hard, boring stuff, at least some of the time. Yeah, like a job. Like a job. Oh man, that reminded me of Tom Green in the in his movie Freddy Got Fingered. Yeah, it's like a job. It's my job. I got a jobby. Earlier today, I was wasting time in front of the television, watching YouTube as usual. Bunch of Omegle jump scares. They are so fucking funny. I love watching people's reaction. I think the best at doing it is that one dude who's, I don't even know if he's an actual magician or if that's just his angle, because he opens up with the want to see a magic trick? Okay, pick a card, and then the rest of it has nothing to do with the fucking card. It's just about him pretending to be in the next person's uh screen. Like, hey, you still want to see that magic trick? What does he do when when they're not even phased by that and they're like, yes, because it's all fucking pre-recorded. So of course he can't answer. You only get to see the videos where the people are all like fucking amazed or terrified, but you never see the videos where it's just so obvious that they're trying to speak to a pre-recorded image of him going like, what are you guys talking about? And then he can't respond or say anything else because it's a fucking video. Still, really funny, really entertaining. I think his channel is called Something About Chickens, which is an interesting title. Not sure I get it unless he's talking about uh, how he scares people. I don't know. Vladimir. Yeah, that's pretty funny as well. Watching people either get totally grossed out or fall completely in love. That's funny. Um, and then there's another guy that did some really cool jump scare Omegle videos. And then he stopped making them. He only made like 5. So I kind of understand that if you do that on there, eventually those motherfuckers will ban you. But can't you just, open up another account? Can't you just use your VPN to hide your IP? Or is that what it's called? IP? Intellectual property? You know what I'm saying? That fucking thing. After that, I don't know why, but I saw that Aubrey Plaza, I think that's her pretend acting name, Aubrey, or whatever her real name is, went back to Hot Wings. Or is it Hot Ones? Hot Ones. Fuck off. Shit should be called Hot Wings. Okay, Hot Ones, or whatever the fuck. But now they're doing the show in a different way. It's not with Sean anymore, which I guess the dude needed a break. I mean, he must have such a a horrible fucking ulcer, or I don't know what the fuck, from eating that hot sauce all the time. Although it looks like all the time to me, I'm sure it's not. I mean, how often do they even do the show? I mean, maybe they used to do it once a week, once a month. I have no idea. But maybe it got to him after so many years. I mean, hell, I don't think you're supposed to eat that much hot sauce. So now they're doing it where they'll get two guests, and they're sort of like going up against each other, asking questions. They're kind of interviewing each other and asking questions. And if they fail, they have to eat a fucking wing. And this time they're all hot. Although I liked the way it was before just because of the staple hot sauce. The fuck is that shit called? It's the like it's the atomic bomb one. The bomb. I'm slightly curious, but I can already kind of imagine what it would taste like. So I'm a little curious to try it, but I feel like I already know just from hearing the description so many times. It's shitty. It's not tasty. It's just horrible, and it's extremely spicy. So I'm not like running to buy it, but I look forward to seeing these famous people eat that shit and then comment like, "Oh, that was really spicy." And then you see that how they're losing their shit. Well, some of them. I've kind of noticed that if a person has uh, really high health, like they're healthy, like they take care of themselves, they exercise, they eat right, whole foods, all that stuff, nothing processed, their health is high. When they get to that wing or any of the other wings as well, they hardly react. And I've seen this in person with myself. Like right now, I think I'm pretty healthy, but I was extremely healthy like almost 2 years ago when I was like working out a lot on a daily basis, eating clean, staying away from everything I should stay away from. And I went to a restaurant called, fuck is it called? I don't know. Who gives a shit? It's just a bunch of hot wings, and it's not called hot wings. and and it was very similar to the show. Like they have a whole bunch of different sauces, and that's what you're there for. That's what's special there. Because other than that, it's just fucking chicken wings and boneless. That's it. Oh, beer. That's it. Is there anything else? Not that I remember. Maybe there's fries, but it's pretty much just wings. And I wanted to try the spiciest, which was like a Ghost Reaper habanero or something like that. And it was really spicy, but it wasn't killing me like it was other family members that I was with at the time. And that's when it kind of hit me like, okay, this habanero Ghost Reaper, whatever, is supposed to be the spiciest fucking thing in the world. And I just did it like it's nothing. I didn't have like stomach complications after that or anything. Then let's say a year after that, when I was dating a stupid person, and I stopped working out. She loved tasty food, and I actually don't give a shit about tasty food. I don't care how tasty it is. I'll be more interested in how healthy it is. Um, but anyways, my health was low, like, and I vaped. with her. Like she loved to smoke, but instead of smoking, would vape. And so my health was really low. And we went to that restaurant and I was dying. So take somebody like, I think his name is Pete Davidson. Is that his name? The dude that is with Kim Kardashian or was with Kim. He was fucking. He looked like he was dying on the show, Hot Ones. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then I've seen some other people that eat it like it's nothing, like Vince Vaughn. Yeah. The other dude from This Is 40, Ant Man. I can't remember his fucking name. He did the same thing. He ate all the fucking chicken wings like they were nothing. Anyways, Aubrey Plaza was on there. No bra on, so just I just had to stare at her nipples the entire time. I mean, you couldn't. You would have to pretend like I didn't see anything. I mean, fuck you. Come on. If you watch that shit, her nipples are just erect the entire time. Her blouse, whatever, it's tight. You know, this is our normal now. Whereas the old lady in front of her, she was wearing a bra. Thankfully, I mean, Jesus, 3-time Tony winner showing off her nips. Oh man. Anyways, I don't care. I mean, if she wants that attention, and clearly she does, go for it. I wouldn't give a fuck about breasts unless I like that person and she's likable. So I looked. Sue me. She got a new show coming out, and it's a Marvel Disney, I should say Disney Marvel show called Agatha All Along, starring the star of Afternoon Delight. I don't know what the fuck her name is. I liked her a lot in We're the Millers. I thought she had the prettiest smile ever. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna watch that show. So when I heard that they were gonna make that show, and they're calling it a Marvel show, which get the fuck out of here, man. It's not Marvel. You're taking a character that nobody gives a shit about, Agatha, and you want to pretend that it's Marvel? I read a lot of Marvel comics before Marvel Comics even became a big deal in Hollywood. I never fucking heard of Agatha. Now, of course, I bet some fucking Disney exec is like, actually, she was in the comic book. She was mentioned. She was fucking Shadow briefly mentioned. She was in one issue out of their millions of fucking issues. She was in one issue for like a panel. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe she was in a story. Point is, that's not a main character. Why are you even spending any money on this? Is it solely for the fact to say girl power? That's a female character from a Marvel comic book. Yeah, I I don't think so. I think that writers, comic book writers, can come up with their throwaway characters as they usually do, or they can come up with a brand new character that's just for that story without any illusions that they would become hit characters. I think this is purely the Disney idiots that are running the asylum, the nut house, the dumb house. Disney's House of Dumb. It's a bunch of Gen Zs thinking that they know what the fuck is up when really they're just delusional idiots. And I mean, when's Disney gonna die already? Haven't they lost enough money that it's time to, you know, cut your losses and just file for bankruptcy? And I don't have any faith in Disney anymore. Fuck you, Bob Iger. I don't care that you're the boss because you're a shit boss. You're supposed to be the main fucking guy, and you're letting Kathleen Kennedy hire Harvey Weinstein's rag girl. I'm done with this one. Clean me off. Fuck, man. They've destroyed everything. I would have watched Indiana Jones Part 5 in the theater if it was worth watching. I saw Indiana Jones Part 4, but, you know, at least fucking Steven Spielberg was directing it. And even if Shia LaBeouf didn't like it, I had fun with it. It was cool. Then all of a sudden, Indiana Jones Part 5, the movie is coming out. I was like, what? The last movie was, how the fuck long ago was it? Like 10 years? Something like that. So I just thought, isn't Harrison Ford like extremely fucking old right now? So unless this movie is sort of prepping that he got married, he had a son, you know what I'm saying? Like in the fourth fucking movie, that's exactly what they were doing. That's where the fuck it should have been. I know Shia LaBeouf is well, what can you say about him? He overspoke. He made a boo boo, a big stupid boo boo. You don't shit on the movie you're in when it's barely hitting theaters. You at least wait. You at least wait a few fucking years before you shit on it. How do you not know that? Did he have no residuals coming his way in the contract, or what? I mean, was it a really, really, really hot chick that just straight up said to him in an interview, like, so I hear this one isn't as good, that made his brain turn off for a moment, and he just had to agree with her, like, yeah, I know. I mean, we tried our best, but you know, sometimes shut the fuck up. I don't know. Maybe he was on drugs. I don't know how somebody's logic just turns off that hardcore when there's so much money on the line. Whatever. I mean, think about it. He was going to be the new Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones Part 5 wasn't going to be about some fucking ugly ass lady. It was going to be him, the son of Indiana Jones. They were fucking going to pass down the torch to him, and nope. Some random hideous woman took it. No offense to her, actually. I'm just lashing out. The offense should be aimed directly at Kathleen Kennedy and whoever the fuck else lives in at Disney Films Corporations Corpse. That company should just be put down already. I don't know. I don't support it at all. At all. I mean, even Deadpool and Wolverine, which I love, and that was actually such a good movie. I didn't pay to go see it. Well, of all, I wasn't sure if it'd be worth it. And it's Disney. Although I tried my best to pay it its due by talking about it, and I saw it 3 times. Now, the last movie I saw in the theater was Beetlejuice, the sequel. And I haven't seen any of Disney Plus. Stupid. Even that name is stupid. I haven't seen any of the stupid ass shows. I mean, I don't hear anything good about them. Star Wars Acolyte was the dumbest joke ever. I feel sorry for people that actually force themselves to watch it just to critique it, make a video out of it, because it's always unanimous. They're all basically telling you the same thing. It's a piece of shit. I'm glad I didn't watch it. The people on it just seem stupid. People in front of the camera and behind the camera seem to be stupid. So, I mean, with all that shit, why would I ever want to watch anything that Disney makes ever again? I didn't watch the Marvels. I think that was the first Marvel movie I didn't see at the theater. And I regret Thor Love and Thunder. I didn't need to see some motherfucker's ass. Fuck that shit. I regret The Eternals. Disney and Marvel's supposed to be a family thing. I mean, why did I need to see a fuck scene with my family? Yeah, that one guy that eventually ends up being the villain. He's like on top of the main actress bitch, and he's just like fucking her, and he's bare ass, and he's humping. All right, he's like thrusting it in. I can just imagine that stupid bitch from the director lady that did Nomad, Nomad's Land. I don't know, some horrible shitty movie that I just didn't watch either. This is Disney Marvel. What the fuck were they thinking? Like, okay, this is the fuck scene in this Disney Marvel movie because a lot of families are going to come and watch this and bring their children, and we want them to understand that these two gods, these two Eternals, they love each other so much that they fuck. That way, at the end of the movie, when it's revealed that he's like evil, the audience members are going to be like, oh, but they used to fuck. This is so awkward. I would love to do a video on my favorite directors because that fucking lady is not going to be anywhere near. What a stupid fucking thing to do. I mean, dumb bitch. Do a cutaway. You don't need to fucking get a shot of the motherfucker's ass while he's on top of her and thrusting in. But that's a clear message. I'm just glad I didn't bring my daughter to that. And with the Thunder Love and Thunder, I'm glad she went to use the bathroom when they decided to show that stuntman's ass or whoever the fuck it was. I don't give a shit. It's just unnecessary. that motherfucker with the stupid name, Taiki Kakawawa or whatever, Taiki Kaka, uh, he boasted about how he's glad that he had the first nude scene in a Marvel movie. He was talking about, I think, the Hulk's ass in the third Thor movie, which again, not necessary. This is stupid. So, Marvel movies died with Stan Lee in 2018. After that, it was just the wrap up. The Avengers, fuck, what's it called? Infinity Gems. It was Avengers Part 4. And after that, they didn't know what the fuck else to do, and it just went downhill. And it's been going ever since. I had faith. I stayed loyal. I watched all your fucking shows. And it was just disappointment. And it kept getting worse and worse and worse. I will not watch any of your fucking movies. I would want to watch Agatha All Along just for Aubrey, just for her. But no. It's because of the Marvel title. It shouldn't be anything related to Marvel because it's not. You're taking a character from a previous Marvel show, or should I say, a fucking loosely loosely interpreted story from a Marvel comic book, since that's what the fuck was it called? WandaVision, great title. The fact that it's a made up world, that is from a comic book storyline when Wanda had accidentally lost control of her powers and ended up destroying Vision. That story was from House of M, which is one of my all-time favorite stories, by Brian Michael Bendis. Some stories they weren't able to do with the movies, and the stories were so much fucking better than the movies because they didn't have all the characters that they needed. A Civil War was 1,000 times more amazing than the movie. I mean, the movie was a big deal because, Spider-Man. And so, yeah, it felt awesome. You didn't really get that feeling that you were missing something unless you read the comic book story first and then you knew how much you were missing. Same goes for WandaVision. WandaVision was great. Elizabeth Olsen is just so attractive. And I mean, she's an amazing actress, but fuck, is she attractive. Combine those two, and yeah, she deserves to be in front of the camera, of course. I really enjoyed WandaVision, but again, House of M was 1,000 times a better story than what you actually ended up getting. Agatha All Along is based on fucking nothing. If anything, it's probably a newer comic book story, so it doesn't really have the same weight as all the other comic book stories that are being turned into movies. In fact, it may be so fucking new that probably some of the fucking shit writers or people that work at Disney, since they own Marvel Comics, They probably wrote it in themselves just so they can say to the fans, like, look, you see that? It is a comic book story. Like, fuck you. Fuck you and your bullshit message propaganda garbage. So sick of it. Don't fucking preach to me. I don't think anybody likes that. It's like, okay, you want to give me a story and not, some fucking re education and mental programming? Fuck. Disney used to mean something, and now it really means something else. Something not profitable. That's for sure. Anyways, everybody, love you all, but I see what time it is. I gotta go. It's that time. I gotta go pick up my daughter. Anyways, thank you very much for listening. This has been yet another fucking rant by me, IR, and this was The Brave Traveler. Have a great day.